Hello guys, and welcome to a new Roblox scripting tutorial video. It's been a while since we've made a video, but well, we're back. It's been like, what, 6 months probably. Anyways, today we're making a projectile shooting gun, which is different than the raycast gun, and you'll see how it's different in a few minutes when we get going. So first thing we want to do is we're going to create our gun. It's going to be super simple, but you could like use any gun model that you want. So in a gun, there needs to be a part named handle. So let's name this part handle. And the front, so click surface down here in the menu and click on front. And this highlighted surface is the front of the gun. So when the player is holding the gun, that part will be facing where they're aiming. So let's just size this a bit. And then we'll make another part by doing Control-C and Control-V to copy and paste. And make it yeah, nice looking gun here, guys. And we'll have to name this part just part. At the very end we will add a barrel part, so that's where the bullet will come from. Excellent. So now let's click workspace, type in tool to get the tool, and put all 3 parts, drag it into the tool, and there you go. And then we're going to drag our tool to starter pack. Now right now the tool is just a model, won't do anything, so let's add in local script, delete that, and then make this bigger for you guys. I always start off my scripts by saying the date. Today is April 30th, oops, that's 2019. And made by Captain Lettuce, and there you'd put your own name because you are writing this script. And alright, let's get started. So first we're going to make a variable, so local tool equals script dot parent. And because it's been a while, I just want to recap on this variable stuff. So script is this local script that we put in, and parent is whatever it's in. So by saying script.parent, we're saying script parent, and the parent is the tool itself. So whenever we reference tool, it will use this object there. We want to make one for handle also. So handle equals tool wait for child handle. And we say wait for child because when the game first starts, not all the parts are already in the game. So if you try to say, if you did simply tool.handle, it might break the script because the handle part just simply isn't in the game yet. And we're going to do one for the barrel. So as you can see, when I'm typing, I kind of like autocomplete stuff. If you're typing, for example, tool wait for child, and you have this little menu that pops up, you can just, by using the arrow keys, you can select which one you want, and if you click enter, it will auto-complete it for you, so it makes scripting go a lot faster. So to make the gun shoot, we're going to be using the context action service. So the context action service, oops, that's not the right one. It will allow us to easily make it so Xbox and mobile users can shoot the gun. So game get service context, that's not the right one, sorry, context action service. And then we're going to bind action. We're going to name this action shoot gun, comma, we're going to make it run the shoot function. So let's add that. I don't know if there needs to be brackets there. We will figure that out in a sec. And then we want it to create a button for mobile users so they can tap the button to shoot. And to get Xbox working, we want to do enum. I have no idea if that's how you pronounce it, but whatever. I believe it's just keycode dot. Maybe not D. Maybe not. So for Xbox, we do enum dot user input type, dot gamepad 1. Let's see if that works. Sorry, just have to clear my throat a bit. And then here we'll do print shoot. Oh, we forgot to also do the mouse. So let's come from the Xbox dot user input type mouse button 1. Let's test. Oh, yep, that's right, we have to. Well, it shoots. Well, like you can see it print down here in the output. So every time we click the button, and when it goes up, it shoots, which we need to stop. You only want it to shoot when the button goes down. So here we're going to write action name, input state, and that's it. So then here we're going to do if input state equals, enum dot user input state dot begin. So we only want it to happen when it begins. So that's when we'll start shooting. So we're going to make a variable named shooting equals true. Shooting equals, first it has to be false, and then when we're just going to copy and paste this, make it so when it ends, shooting is now false. And then we're going to, I have to make this a bit bigger. Down here we're going to do game get, actually, yeah, game get service, run service dot render stepped connect function, and then we're going to make it so if shooting equals true, equal true, sorry, then that's when I'm going to run the shoot function, or bullet function, sorry. We have to make a new function named bullet. So here we're going to decide how long it takes to shoot. So let's come up here to our tool, put in a module script. We're going to name this script settings. Oops, we're going to name a variable named rate, and this is how long, how much time between each bullet. So right now we have it set to every time you shoot a bullet, you have to wait 0.1 seconds before shooting a new bullet, and I think that's fair for now. So we have to also reference this, so local settings equals tool, wait for child, settings, and because it's a module script, we have to put in a require out front, and bracket at the end too. And this will allow us to look inside the module script and get what we want. So we're going to put a space in there and do wait settings.rate. And that will allow us to wait the 0.1 seconds between each bullet. Also, I've been clicking Alt-P every now and then to save the game. So if you haven't been doing that, that's probably a good habit to get into so you don't lose stuff in case Studio crashes. Alright, so now to actually make the gun shoot, we have to come up to replicated storage, add in a remote event. We're going to name this gun event. So we're going to have to reference this to local rs equals game get service replicated storage. And then here we're going to do rs wait for child gun event fire server, and then we're going to pass through the tool. Excellent. Okay, so let's get out of the local script and close off settings. Now we're going to come up to server script service, put in the new script. Again, we're going to put the date. Actually, we can just copy that right from the local script. local rs equals game get service replicated storage, and then rs wait for child gun event dot on server event connect. So let me explain what's going on here. So let's recap quickly. So the player either clicks mouse button 1, the mobile button that we should put on, or gamepad 1, which I have absolutely no idea what it is. So if you are planning to use Xbox, you might want to try with gamepad 1, 2, 3, 4, and see which button is giving you the necessary effect that you want. So when that happens, it runs this shoot function. So if we click down the mouse, it makes shooting true. If we're lifting up the mouse, then it's going to be false. And then this here, every single frame, it will check to see if shooting is true. If it is true, we're going to shoot the gun here. So we'll come back to our script. And here, we're going to make sure that people who exploit the game aren't... Actually, you know what? I have an even better idea. Let's make this... No, never mind. Ignore that. Anyway, so this we have to pass through our player and tool. Okay. So here we are going to do actually we're going to make a variable for the gun event. Local gun event equals, we're just going to drag this up, gun event the on server event, and then we're going to make it we're going to do gun event fire all clients, and you'll see why we're doing this in a second. So we're going to come down here to our starter player scripts, insert a local script, name it bullet generate. We're going to come back to our script. We're just going to copy all of this, paste it. We're going to change on server event to on client event. And yep, it's good. We're going to delete this. And here's where we're actually going to make the bullet. So local part equals instance.new part. That's not how you spell part. Part dot size equals vector. So this will be the bullet size. You guys can play around with these numbers. I usually do 0.5, 0.5, and then a bit long, so 5, 0.5, 0.5, and 5. Part dot cframe. Okay, so we have to do cframe dot new start pause end pause. So let's add in here start pause end pause. Pause means position. Come to our local script. When we fire the event here, we need to make sure that we are sending the barrel dot position and mouse dot hit dot p. So for mouse, so up here we're going to do local player equals game dot players dot local player, local mouse equals player get mouse. So that will all work now. So wherever the mouse is pointing, its position will get passed through. Come up to our script here, this script here, start pause end pause, and then come back to our bullet generate script, and that should all work now. We're going to have to add a body velocity to make the bullet move forward. So instance.new body velocity. We're going to put it into the part. bv.maxForce equals vector.new. math.huge. So doing this will make it so it can basically move in any direction with no limitation. And then bv.velocity equals part.c frame.look vector times, and let's make the bullet speed 400. How about that? Part.parent equals game.workspace.current camera, and then we're going to do delay one function part destroy. So after 1 second, the part will delete itself, but we also have to make it so part.can collide equals false. Excellent. Click play. Oh, we have an error. Alright, so bullet generate line 12. End pause. Okay, wait. Oh, I'm stupid. We have to put these in here. There we go. We can get rid of these two things. There we go. Okay, sorry. Fix that up. So now we have our projectile shooting gun. Yeah, maybe we're going to make it look better in a second. Yeah, so there you have it. So you've just made your first projectile shooting gun. Yeah, we're going to fix our character flipping over. So let's come back to our local script. And where are we going to put this? Okay, let's organize this a bit. Just put in a bunch of dashes so I can see what's happening. You guys can organize however you want. This is the way I do it. Okay, that's a bit cleaner. We're going to make a new function. Alright, so tool get descendants do. Okay, so for everything that's inside the tool, it doesn't matter, like I can make this a model as long, oops, that's wrong. Even if there's a model inside your tool, it will still work. So that's what this get descendants does. It gets everything inside the tool, even in models. So if he is a base part, so if it's a part, a mesh, a union, whatever, then, oops, we forgot to put if, then we're going to create a weld constraint. Weld constraint. We're going to parent this to the handle. WC dot part 0 equals handle. WC dot part 1 equals V. WC dot V dot anchored equals false. V dot can collide equals false. So this will effectively weld our gun together, so it won't flip us, and or maybe it won't. Okay, let's see what didn't work. Oh, I'm so stupid. We never called weld. Okay, so let's just put it here. That should be fine. There we are. So now we can run around with our gun. It shoots, doesn't flip us. It looks horrible, but it's a gun. And it shoots like a projectile. Awesome. And this won't lag on anybody's screen. So for everyone's screen, it will look this clean. Alright, so let's Alt-P that. So that's saved. Now let's make the bullet look cool. So, local attachment. Sorry, just let's do local A1 equals instance dot new attachment. We're just going to copy and paste this, A2. So what we're going to do now is make the bullet have a nice beam. So we're going to use beams to make it have a beam. So local beam equals instance dot new beam. We're going to put all of these inside the part. And we're going to make a2 dot position equals vector 3 dot new. Okay, so let's play around a bit. So pretend that this is our bullet. Where's the front of the bullet? The front's over here. Okay, so what we're doing effectively is we're putting in two attachments. One is named A1, one is named A2. We're also putting in a beam. And we will be making attachment 0 of the beam that, and attachment 1 of the beam that. So what we want to do is move one attachment behind the bullet, like this. Obviously, it's not going to look like that. We're going to make it nice. So come up here to your toolbox. If for some reason you don't have your toolbox, click View, and then Toolbox. That will pop up. Click Marketplace. Click Images, and type in Soft Circle. So what this is basically, don't do this. Just watch this for a sec. Do not put this in yet. It's going to be a circle that, oh, it's hard to kind of see there. I'll make this a bit darker. Circle with a nice, like, kind of fades out. So let's get that out. So right click your soft circle, copy asset ID, come over to your beam, into the texture, and paste it in there. Awesome. Now let's change the texture speed to 0. Turn it off, turn it back on by clicking enabled. Transparency 0. And we are going to name this one white and make it so it faces the camera. Then we're going to name the next one color. And so I just copy and pasted the beam. We're going to make it say red. So this is what the beam will look like when you shoot it. Obviously this part would be transparent. So this is what the beam will look like. If you want to be a bit longer, you just move your A2 back a bit. I kind of like that more. Oh yes, that's pretty sexy, isn't it? Yep, so that's all good. So now we're going to go back to our bullet generate script. Click on your A2, and whatever position you have here, just copy and paste it right in. So then beam.attachment 0 equals A1, beam.attachment 1 equals A2, and then beam.enabled equals false. Actually, we have to make two beams, one for the white and one for the color. So we'll just copy that. Beam 1, beam... Oops, that should be a beam 1. Then we will just copy and paste this. 2, 2, 2. Actually, oh no, let's not do that. We're just going to keep that like that for a sec. Beam1.texture equals, we're going to come up here to our beam, the white beam, copy and paste this. So we have to put those in quotation marks. Beam.texture speed equals 0. Sorry, beam 1. And that's it there. Let's change light influence. Beam 1 dot light influence equals 0. So so that will make it so if, say, lighting, if the ambient was like red, this beam would also kind of shift to a reddish color or blue. If we turn off that light influence, it stays its white color. I don't know if that really showed it, but trust me on that one. So, and then we're going to copy it. So beam 1 clone. So this will be beam 2. And we have to change beam 2 dot, what's it called, color equals number sequence dot new, and then whatever color you want the gun to be. In this case, I'm going to make it the player dot team dot color. What is that called? So if you guys want to add in a team, click model, service, click teams, insert, and we're going to put in a team here. Team color, that's what it's called. And we have to say game dot players dot local. Actually no, it's the player who shot. So add in this here, player up there. Come back to our script. We're going to put player there. Excellent. Let's test this. Table of number sequences. Alright, sorry I didn't talk there. Jeez. So number sequence.new needs a table of number sequences. So we're going to make a key point. Sorry. So we're going to make a new key point, and at the time 0, we want it to be the player's team color. So hopefully this works. And got brick. Oh yeah, that's right. Here we have to do dot color. We also have to change. I noticed one other thing there. Beam 1, actually let's put it up here with the beam 1 stuff. Beam 1 dot z offset equals 0, and then here we're in, or sorry, equals 1. Yeah, and then beam 2 dot z offset equals 0. So I'll show you why we did that. If you look here, you see that the gun suddenly looks super weird. If we make the white have a z offset of 1, ooh, that did not work. That's not what I meant to do. What is it? It's not z offset. Okay, what if we just take that out and put it back in? Why is that? Oh, it decided to take away its attachments. Okay, that makes perfect sense, you know? And then what if we take that and put it back in? It takes away its attachments. There, okay, that looks better. I don't know what happened there, but whatever. Okay, let's take out those Z offsets because that did not work the way I thought it would. I thought it was going to be similar to the way GUIs work. Anyways, so let's test this shooting out now. Got color 3, number expected. Well then. What do you mean? Can we just take out all this key sequence stuff? I wonder. Welcome to the world of scripting, guys, where nothing ever works the way you want it to. Color sequence. That's okay. It's not a number sequence, it's a color sequence. Okay. Color sequence dot new. Okay, that makes more sense. Sorry. Because number sequence is used for transparency and size. Alright. So obviously something is not working. Okay, let's select all that and click comments selection up there so it doesn't delete the guns after 1 second, so we can take a look at what's actually happening. Tool. Oh, we never enabled it. Okay. Beam2 dot enabled equals true. Beam1 dot enabled equals true. You can put that back in. And then we also want to make the part dot transparency equals 1. And also up here the size, let's just make this 0, 0, 0, so the bullet is as small as it can be, so we only get the beam here. Excellent, so we kind of have it. It's not really working yet, obviously. Well, it's because our team color is white. If we change our team color to blue, then you'd see it. But one thing before we try that out, beam1 dot face camera equals true. Beam2 dot face camera equals true. Okay, so it's not quite. Okay, let's try. Where's our position? Here. Let's put a negative sign out in front of that 9.4. So it doesn't look like the bullet's cutting through the gun when you shoot it. Okay, that's better. Now, why is it not changing the color though? Let's just see what's happening here. We probably have to also provide a table here. So color sequence key point dot new. At time 0, we want it to be that. Play at least 2 key points. Okay, so let's copy and paste this, comma, paste, and the time 1 that. So it literally just never changes color. Tool. And it's still not working. That is... Okay, let's go back to this. Beam2 enabled. Okay, let's get rid of this delay thing again so we can take a nice close look at the bullet. Up here. Oh shoot. Aha, okay, that makes sense. Beam2, we never parented it to the part. Alright, now let's test it. This should work now. Okay. There we go. Now, it looks horrible. Yep, it looks really bad, but it's working. Okay. Let's try... let's make the bullet not move. So time 0. And then we can take a nice close look at what's going on. So we shoot it, and the bullet's just going to stay there. So let's get rid of those two. So this beam is the color. This one's the white. What if we... I want to do this too. Oh, we have to also change the texture, or sorry, the transparency to 0. That's what we were doing earlier. Okay, let's try that out. And we can also, like, it'd be different colors for some people. I know it's kind of ugly. Let's play around with the size a bit, maybe 0.5. Oh yes. Oh, there it is. There it is. And then, so beam 1. Dot size, oh sorry, width 0 was 0.5, and then beam 1 dot width 1 was also 0.5, and for beam 2, I'm gonna make this 1.2. Alright, so let's make the bullets move again. So up here, 400. Nice. Now I don't like my team color. I'm going to make my team color red. Test it one more time. Pew 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 pew. There we go. Okay, awesome. Now it is, okay, let's, if we take, see the reason why I want to take away that 9.4 is because of this. You can see it cuts through the gun. So what if kept, no, I think it'll be fine. We'll just keep it the way it is with the negative sign out front. So now we have our gun shooting. This gun shoots incredibly fast, so let's change the rate to 0.2. Test this out. Ah, I see. It's not ever actually waiting. Because if we make this even a rate of 1, it's still going to shoot stupidly fast, isn't it? Probably. Yeah, so what's happening is that it's never actually waiting the rate time that we set. So we're going to move, we're going to put a variable named waiting equals true, then here waiting equals false. Up here we're going to do local waiting equals false. So what's happening now is we made a new variable named waiting. When the bullet shoots, waiting is going to go true, and it's going to wait until that's false. So now up here we're going to do if waiting, sorry, if not waiting, so if waiting is false, then we can shoot. We're going to change this rate back to 0.1 because that's what I wanted originally. Play. There it is. So when you hold down, it's automatic fire. When you click, it's just one bullet. Alright, so that's going to be the end of part 1. In part 2, which should be coming out shortly, maybe a week, we'll talk about how to animate and like the sprinting, crouching, all that, adding sound effects, adding damage and all that good stuff. We're going to make sure to take out this delay one so the bullet actually does remove itself after 1 second. Also, this copy of this game will be available in the description in case you want to see it, see how to copy my code and put it into your own game. Yeah. If you have any comments, suggestions, or questions, you can either put it in the YouTube comment section or the Discord server, which will also be linked in the description. And yeah, if you guys have any errors, make sure you use this output so we can help you. And yeah, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.